Coming up on the channel today, greatest hits albums might be something most people don't think about as being great because it's just a collection of songs that you already know. I found a way to share 5 greatest hits albums I think are great, coming right up. Like I said in the intro of the video, most of the time, greatest hits albums are just a collection of exactly that. A whole bunch of songs you already know and probably already own if you're a fan of the band leading up to. Before I get into it, as I always say in these videos, if you would please drop a like on the video if you like what we're doing, and hit the subscribe button, of course, because we always have new videos every Thursday and Saturday discussing all things music. As far as greatest hits albums go, though, I'm going to share 5 today that I think there are very valid reasons to seek out and own, and they're great examples of how to do a greatest hits album. First up is Motley Crue's Decade of Decadence. This is one of those bands that the reputation of this particular hits package has been soiled by like many reissues of other hits packages over time. But that's the one to seek out, in my opinion, if you want a Motley Crue package, because not only do you get remixes of like Home Sweet Home, Live Wire, and something else that escapes my mind off of Too Fast for Love, you also get, in my opinion, one of the best original Motley Crue songs that there is, Primal Scream, which at the time hadn't appeared on any other record. So Motley Crue, Decade of Decadence definitely gets the nod for me. Another one is a band that if you woke me up in the middle of the night and said, could you make a greatest hits for this band? I would say absolutely not. There's no way to do it. Well, they did it, and it's a fantastic compilation called Echoes, the very best of Pink Floyd. And again, this is another band that has a ton of compilation records out there, and nearly all of them are bad. But Echoes manages to really touch on all eras of Pink Floyd in a very good way. Me and everybody else who loves Pink Floyd is, of course, going to say, oh, well, this isn't on there, or well, that isn't on there. But they include things like Bike. There's a truncated version of the song Echoes. There's a new remix of Shine On You Crazy Diamond. There's things from the David Gilmour era. It's really good compilation of everything that you could give to someone and say, this is really what Pink Floyd is all about. And to me, that makes a great compilation. The next one is one that definitely falls into that category of, yes, these are songs you all know and already paid for. But Tom Petty's Greatest Hits is special to me because there's a hit on there that's arguably one of Tom's greatest hits, Mary Jane's Last Dance. And no one remembers that that was a bonus track on the Greatest Hits record. It had never been released before the Greatest Hits album. So to me, that's a pretty baller move to put out your greatest hits with things like Running Down a Dream, Don't Come Around Here No More, You Got Lucky, American Girl, all these huge hits. And then your bonus track that was made for your Greatest Hits album goes on to be arguably your greatest hit. And I don't think anybody's ever done that with a Greatest Hits album before. And so that gets the nod for me. The next one for me is another one like Pink Floyd, where fans who are deep dive fans of the Black Crowes are never going to be happy with a Greatest Hits album. And they had one called A Tribute to a Work in Progress that is exactly what a Greatest Hits album usually is. It's the studio versions, as you know. I would tell you to seek out a record called Croology. Not only is it all re-recordings in the best way of songs that were hits. You have Remedy on here. You have She Talks to the Angels. But there's also songs like Girl from a Pawn Shop that most Black Crowes fans would tell you, oh, that's one of my favorite Black Crowes songs. Not only that, but the version that's on Croology that was re-recorded for Croology is as good or better than the studio version that showed up on Three Snakes and One Charm. The version of My Morning Song that's on there destroys the version on Southern Harmony Musical Companion, in my opinion. The last one, to be honest, this was more included for the title of the Greatest Hits than anything. This is absolutely the definition of these are songs you already own. I don't believe anything was added to this collection that was made specifically for it. You have Express Yourself, Like a Prayer, Like a Virgin, Borderline, Take a Bow. Everything that you know that you've already paid for is on this album. But Madonna's Immaculate Collection, I think is got to be one of the greatest titles for a greatest hits record in the history of the world. It's everything you would expect from Madonna in 3 words, pushing the envelope and getting people to talk about her more. Plus, at the time that came out, I really think there was a lot of people during that Blind Ambition phase that forgot about Madonna's pop roots. And I think even now today, with how much her career has faltered to some extent with as far as like sales numbers and visibility goes, anybody could pick up that record today and totally get why Madonna is who she is. Like I said at the top of the video, please hit a like button, the like button if you like what we're doing on the channel. As I always say in these videos, though, the comment section matters more to me than anything. So please make sure to get in the comments and let me know what you think of these greatest hits albums, or your opinion on greatest hits albums in general, or if there's more that you love that I left out of the video. As I always say, thank you so much for watching.